Two religious concepts. The Buyos sacrificial community. The sacrificial feast that was arranged by the Buyos or Bush was because the Dutch government forbade these ceremonies many years ago, sought great conformity in its aim and forms with the big symbol offering ceremonies. The Buyos was distinguished from the latter in that it did not embrace a genealogically pure group of Agnads to whose feast the vines and the sheep of the neighborhood were invited as guests, but a larger or small geographical area and all its inhabitants. Nevertheless, the genealogical divisions of the groups living within that area were not lost sight of. These factors played a role in the Buyos as a matter of course. To give one or two examples, the small Naibaho Maga of the Rajauluan tribal group CP Tertiniak Pangururan was one of the three components of the Buyos Pangururan, also called Situluhai, that appeared at ceremonies as a separate unit and received its own cartel of the buffalo. The other two parts were the features of the head Maga Simbolon and Sitanggang. Hard by these, Naibao territory lies the Rianiate collection of huts, territory in which comprises 8 Maga branches, namely 4 divisions of the head Maga Simbolon, as well as 4 divisions of Sitanggang, Sigalinging, Naibao, and Malau. The territory is therefore called Siwadutali, the extremes. Each of these parts participated in the Buyos phase as a separate group. It was the same Uluan where there are many detached parts of the Silai Sabungan group among the dispersed divisions of the Naira Sound group. Thus, a number of Buyos were composed of these elements. The Buyos and its cult had the least significance in areas where the Maga, in occupying the ancestral territory, continued to live together as a whole with their separate branches and lineages, each Maga having its own corner of the territory. These Maga, apart from dispersals, they form genealogically as well as geographically well-rounded kinship groups. Each could conduct its own Horja, feast, as occasion demanded for its own territory, and if they united, they still always form a higher group of patrilineally linked kinsmen in one area. Only, for example, an epidemic ravaged the entire ancestral area, or if drought threatened the field of the inhabitants, would there be recourse to a general assembly of the inhabitants of the very large territory which embraced the tribal group as well as its indwelling groups and enclaves. The Buyos connection there did not have more far-reaching consequences than those resulting from the periodical sacrificial feast. Politically, people were adequately organized to the convergence of the genealogical and geographical main dividing lines within the great area of the Buyos. If, for example, the divisions of the Naipos Post Group CP16 round about Sipoholon C 9C on the chart assembled as the Buyos, the oldest Maga Sinagabariang and Hutaruk in the north and south corners respectively of the ancestral areas, and the youngest, Manungkalit and Situmayang in the central area would meet. Then they did so. They represented the higher all-embracing genealogical group. Only in the Simamora area, Sichat 6, did I find the Buyos connection completely unknown. In other regions, however, such as Samosir and Uluan, where the Maga did not so often occupy their own homogeneous area, but were, on the contrary, their divisions were usually dispersed over the whole of tribal area in large or small groups. The formation of religious groups had quite a secular significance too. There was not, as elsewhere, the opportunity to assemble for religious purposes in the ascending chain of the anatically closed cycles. The fragments of a Maga were sometimes small, dispersed, and without direct contact with each other, and often they were from paths which were not directly connected genealogically. However, here too, cooperation was felt to be necessary if the harvest failed. Molo-Mago Pagtaonan, or if too many Begu played havoc with their sicknesses. Molo Maragatu Begu. When it thus became necessary to invoke the favor and benediction of the ancestral spirits and the gods, people sought affiliation with the groups of other Maga living in the neighborhood which belonged to the same tribal group or which consisted of friends or affines. Thus, views were formed which had a mixed religious and secular character. Each views usually comprised a not too large geographical area and formed a political community of a couple of thousand people in which a common feeling of solidarity outside the sphere of the sacrificial feast proper had also developed. The object of veneration in these views were generally the ancestors common to all the Somborn as well as the gods and the nature spirits, and all the forefathers who had lived previously, the Oppu si Jolo Jolo Tubu, and there was a tendency to gather up these small views into a very large one which embraced the whole tribal group or a very part of it with the sole object of celebrating the large and communal sacrificial ceremonies. For example, the views Hariara Maranak for the whole of South Samosir or the views Onanagajang for the whole of South Uluan and Pasung Nabitu for North Uluan. It is worthy of note that in areas where the views acquired this political character, paganism has held out the longest. It is not attributable to the fact that worldly and spiritual power were under one control, because this has not been the case except in one or two areas, and then only temporarily. In part, it can be ascribed to the influence of the Singamang Raja, whose most active representatives were always the Pagbaringin, the priests of the Bius feast. This applied only in the Sumba territory around the southwesterly parts of Lake Toba, and not to the Rotong territory of Samosir and its environs, where Singamang Raja met nothing but opposition. However, in these Lotong territories, the, the extensive organization of officials where the Bius broke into existence and who conduct the more or less important rituals in the offering ceremonies was also a powerful stronghold of paganism.